pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Family, friends, and classmates, please be seated.
Good afternoon once again, and welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2021 of South Plantation High School. It's my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. Please hold your applause until the end of introductions. To my right, Mrs. Christine Henschel, Principal of South Plantation High School. Ms. Lori Rich Levinson, School Board Member. Mr. Kenneth King, Cadre Director, and Mr. Sullivan, Director of Legislative Affairs. In the second row, Ms. Cindy O'Brien, Assistant Principal of South Plantation High School. Mr. Ronald Reed, Assistant Principal of South Plantation High School. Dr. Kathy Bonner, Assistant Principal of South Plantation High School. Ms. Kathleen Govin, School Counselor of Guidance. Mr. Preston Wilson, 12th grade Guidance Counselor. To my left, Juliana Ottens Rivera, Senior Class President. Isabel Lopez, 2021 Salutatorian, South Plantation High School. Mr. Kerry Holder, Teacher and Sponsor of our Salutatorian. Ashley Malvita, 2021 Valedictorian, South Plantation High School. Mrs. Julia Casper, Teacher and Sponsor of our Valedictorian. And in the second row, Mrs. Jennifer Collins, Teacher and Sponsor of the Senior Class. Also in attendance, City of Plantation Councilman Nick Sordo and Tim Fagden, and Councilwoman Denise Horland. Thank you for coming. I would like to invite Broward County School Board Member for District 6, Ms. Lori Rich Levinson, to the podium. Ms. Lori Rich Levinson was elected in 2010 and re-elected in 2014 and 2018 as a District 6 County School Board Member. She was born and raised in South Florida, has 3 children, all of whom attended Broward County schools. Lori Rich Levinson graduated from Miami Palmetto Senior High School and received a bachelor's degree in economics from Brandeis University. She's been in the business world for over 35 years and a parent activist for over 20 years at the school, area, and district levels. Ms. Levinson presently represents the School Board of Broward County Directors of the Council of the Great City Schools, Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, and the Early Childhood Learning Coalition, and Broward County Climate Change Task Force. Additionally, she sits on the State Board of Take Stock in Children and is a JAFCO Children's Ability Center board member. Ladies and gentlemen, our board representative, Ms. Lori Rich Levinson. Thank you.
Thank you, and good afternoon. A plethora of strong and meaningful emotions flood our hearts and minds at momentous occasions such as graduations. They are a time of reflection about memories made, happiness and celebration about the present, and enthusiasm and excitement about the future. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the families, friends, administrators, faculty, and staff who have played an integral role and contributed in countless ways to making our graduates' success a reality, particularly this challenging year. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates. Your achievement is the result of dedication, persistence, and hard work, all qualities that will stead you well throughout your life. Enjoy this amazing moment you deserve with family and friends. Today marks the beginning of new challenges and accomplishments. As you move forward to reach the goals you have or will be setting, remember to find balance between work and play. Savor the great times and experiences along the way. Each graduating class is a slice of hope for the future. H, honor. It is paramount to always act with honesty and integrity, as this is how your character is defined. O, opportunity. Throughout your life, opportunities will present themselves in various forms. Believe in yourself and seize or create the ones that speak to you. P, passion. Whatever stage is next for you, college, career, or the military, dream limitlessly, explore intensely, and choose what makes you happy and what you truly love. E, excellence. Always strive to do your best at everything in which you engage and reach your highest potential. You are the first generation immersed in an interconnected global world where embracing technology is innate to you. I am confident the skills and knowledge you have acquired throughout your school years will enable you to research the facts thoroughly and leverage technology in a positive way. You possess the power to model for prior generations how to speak to and with each other and not at each other, in order to find solutions collaboratively and make our world a better place. As William Butler Yeats once said, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. I wish you all happiness as you pursue opportunity with honor, passion, and excellence. Congratulations, Paladins.
At this time, please turn your attention to the center screen for a message from our Superintendent, Robert W. Runcie.
You are about to join a very special group. You are about to become a graduate of Broward County Public Schools. Your past school year has been historic. Your schools closed and opened, and you learned wherever Wi-Fi was the strongest. You spent days behind masks through the coronavirus pandemic. You lived through racial and political turmoil that has divided communities, through a severe economic downturn and job losses and an acrimonious presidential election. But the class of 2021 adapted and persevered through all of this and more. You worked hard. You continued to learn and achieve. You succeeded. You will write the next chapter in the history books. Given what I know about you, I believe the chapter will be full of stories of courage, grace, and hope that will fuel a stronger humanity. There's a story I want to share with you that I hope will help you put life's challenges in perspective and inspire you to make the most of the gift of life that you have been given. A teacher passed out a writing exercise to her students. It consisted of only a black dot in the center of a piece of white paper. She asked the students to write a few sentences to describe what they saw. Once everyone was finished, she collected the pages and started reading the writings to the class. They all wrote about the black dot, its size, and its position on the page. Some even got creative and described it as a portal to the universe. Regardless, all the comments were about the black dot. What was interesting is that no one wrote about the white part of the paper, that which is the foundation for the whole. Think about it. If there was not an entire field of white space, that black dot would never even be seen. What's the message here? You have so much to celebrate in life if you see the whole picture. The dark spots are very small when compared to everything we have in our lives, but they are the ones that occupy and pollute our mind. Don't focus on the dark spots, the disappointments, the anxious thoughts, the bad news, the sensational headlines, the social media feeds. Because when you do, you are taking your foundational good for granted. So much so that you forget to notice the greater blessings in your life. Take your eyes off the dot-sized frustrations and focus on the bigger and brighter part of your life. As you graduate, think about what is important to you, what you care about, what you want to prioritize, and where you may be able to make the greatest impact after high school. Find your own path to be successful. Our life is a gift. We will always have reasons to celebrate. Nature renewing itself daily on the planet we call home, the friends and family around us, music and art that we enjoy, rainbows and sunsets, our teachers, and your high school graduation. Enjoy each one of your blessings and each moment that life gives you. Congratulations to our amazing class of 2021 graduates. I am proud of you. You've overcome challenges and you've succeeded in becoming a graduate. I will always remember you. I love you and pray that your life's journey will lead you to true joy and happiness. Congratulations.
Now, Ms. Christy Henschel, our proud and dedicated principal of South Plantation High School.
Thank you, Juliana. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, and guests. It is with much pride and immense pleasure that I stand before you to recognize and honor South Plantation High School's class of 2021. I am so excited that we are here, live and in person, in the beautiful new Drive Pink Soccer Stadium, celebrating our graduates in a more traditional fashion. I can feel the energy and excitement as you came together as a class for the first time in more than 15 months. The hugs, the smiles, and the laughs you shared with one another as you entered the stadium today filled my heart with joy. I have missed you, and am so grateful we are able to provide you the pomp and circumstance you so deserve. I'm sure most of you, along with your parents, have been dreaming about this moment for years, and it is my hope that this commencement exercise fills your hearts with pride and floods your thoughts with beautiful memories of your journey thus far. Seniors, it certainly has been a stressful year and a half, but each of you here today stayed focused on your goals, were driven to make the best of things, and finish the year strong. It was not easy, but you did it. Living through the many challenges we have faced over the last year has been frustrating for sure. However, it is in times of great struggle that we are called to develop a new perspective on that which we may have taken for granted before. I ask that you not dwell on the things that you may have missed out on, but focus on the people and experiences that have gotten you through the challenging times to this magnificent moment in your life. It's all about perspective. Remember, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. I pray the path ahead for each of you is filled with great accomplishment and much joy. So what exactly does lie ahead for the class of 21? 366 of you are heading off to college. From way down south to the University of Miami, all the way to the University of Oklahoma, and everywhere in between, our Paladins will be expanding their knowledge at some of the most amazing post-secondary institutions. 30 of you are enrolling in a technical school where you will acquire the increasing complex skills needed to succeed in your chosen career. 48 of you are entering the workforce where you will gain valuable employment experience that will advance your personal well-being and growth. The class of 2021 has 18 graduates who will be joining the armed forces to fearlessly serve our great country. I would like to ask these graduates to please stand at this time. Soon, these brave Paladins will depart for basic training and join the ranks of thousands of others who selflessly serve to protect freedoms all over the world. Your desire to serve our country is admirable. The class of 2021 has been awarded more than $1.5 million in scholarship money from various colleges and universities, nonprofit organizations, and more than $1 million in Bright Futures money. While your accomplishments are many and your success is great, you must know that you would not have been able to achieve such greatness if it were not for the support and guidance of some amazing people. Graduates, I ask that you share in my expression of gratitude to two special groups. First, let's thank your parents and guardians. Graduates, you would not be standing in this stadium right now if it were not for the love and devotion of these amazing people. Your family is your greatest gift in life. Love them, honor them, and appreciate them always. Parents and guardians, I want to thank you for your partnership over the years and for entrusting us with your remarkable students. It's been a pleasure watching them develop into the fine young adults they are today. Next, I would like to thank the faculty and staff of South Plantation. Graduates, you have been blessed to have some of the best teachers, coaches, and mentors guide you along your journey through school. Would all Paladin faculty and staff please stand? These outstanding educators did not just teach you content, they taught you about life. Their lessons were not just to build academic knowledge, but to build character, strength, and resilience. Thank you, teachers, for working harder than you ever have before to reach and teach the students in the most unconventional of times. With almost no notice and very little experience, you transitioned from teaching as you know it to a completely foreign digital learning world. This shift did not come easy for most, but once again, you worked tirelessly to provide a rich, meaningful remote learning experience for your students. You are amazing. They say in life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negative. And if things don't work out, take another shot. As you leave South Plantation in pursuit of your next adventure, I hope you focus on the important lessons you've learned over the years. Remember the good times you had and the struggles you've overcome. I hope you look back on your days at South with pride and realize how special this time in your life was. Gordon Hinckley said, "It's good to look at the past to gain appreciation for the present and perspective for the future." As you ponder the past to gain perspective for the future, remember this: never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness. Bad days give you experience. Worst days give you lessons. And best days give you memories. It's all about perspective. Congratulations, class of 2021. I'm proud of you. I wish you a lifetime of happiness and love. Remember, once a paladin, always a paladin.
It is now my honor to welcome to the podium one of the most well-liked and popular teachers at South. That's not only an expert in biology, but also an expert in aquarium service and maintenance, and he's from Brooklyn. I want to also add, he has one of the most infectious laughs you'll ever hear. Mr. Kerry Holder, please come up to introduce our salutatorian and presenter with a commemorative plaque on behalf of faculty, staff, and students of South Plantation High School.
What up, seniors? Congratulations. I'm so very proud of you all. This has been an unforgettable year. We all had to deal with hardship and uncertainty about our futures. Through this all, students and teachers had to deal with vast changes on how we interact with one another and how the vital institution of education would remain authentic and preserved. It wasn't always pretty. Sometimes we struggled, but somehow we got through it together. Mankind has gone through this similar struggles in the past, and we would be arrogant to think that we are the only set of humans that has struggled to remove obstacles just to be able to continue our way of life. As I'm quick to tell my students, more than 90% of all species that ever lived on this planet are now extinct. The reason we are not part of this group is because the greatest of our species always leads the way into a brighter future. The proverbial cream rises to the top. Schools will always reflect what is going on in our society. The best and the brightest students will rise to the top. I had the pleasure of teaching two of these top students, Ashley and Isabella, your Val and Sal this year, the creme de la creme of our graduating class. I have the honor of introducing Isabella Lopez. Isabella Lopez, in my opinion, as my Orsis colleagues who have taught her would agree, is the best of the best. She continued her stellar work ethic throughout this tumultuous year, like she has always done in the past. She was in my Cambridge biology class, and she was a freshman in my honors magnet biology class. She has always amazed me with not only her superior intelligence, but also with her willingness to strive towards perfection. She is truly an inspiration and a young lady who will be one of our leaders in the future. So with honor and great respect, I introduce to you Isabella Lopez, one of the greatest stars this year, and quite honestly, a beacon of hope for the human species in the future.
Hello, everyone. I'm so honored and so thankful to be given this opportunity to speak to you all today. Thank you, Mr. Holder, for introducing me and for helping me to prepare myself to pass the ACE exam this year. I'll never forget your unique teaching style, the way you used to yell at us all to pay attention out of love. Thank you for your support and the asylum of your classroom since freshman year. High school would have been very different without you. We love you, Mr. Holder. I would also like to take this time to thank teachers and staff and family and friends who are here today or watching from home. I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible because you do not want to listen to me drone on forever. Believe me, I can. Ask my friends. I just want to acknowledge how amazing it is that you're sitting here today in your cap and gown. I know these past few years weren't ideal for us, but we made it to the end. That in and of itself is a weighty accomplishment because, for lack of better words, high school is a trial. A trial so significant that adults like to dish out the cliche piece of advice to stay in school, kids, whenever they can, even if it doesn't fit, just stay in school. High school tests your identity, your integrity, and your morals. It's the foundation you're setting for your future. High school alone is important because it's where we spend some of the most influential years of our development. It's where we're figuring out who we are and who we want to be. It's especially amazing that we made it through such a trial because this year and last was so unorthodox. Our experience as high school students was cut short, but because of that, we'll cherish the memories we made, the time we spent, and the relationships that we forged that much more, because that which is scarce is that much more precious. There was no precedent for how things should be done this year. No one had any clue what was going on. We all just kind of played it by ear. Both teachers and us students did the best we could with what we had, and that's all anyone could have asked for in this situation. For some of us, we've gotten through the most difficult part of our lives. For others, that time has yet to come. Either way, we've gotten a little closer to becoming who we're meant to be. We've become stronger, strong enough that we can take anything head on. I am proud of us. But what's most important is what comes next, what we do after high school, how we shape the world we live in. No matter if you're off to college or straight into the workforce, the next step, how you seize your future, is completely in your hands. This is where we fully take the reins, where every decision falls on us. We all make choices every single day, some good, some bad. Those choices, not your GPA, what sport you play, or how much money you have. Not how many friends you made, how many parties you went to, or how many followers you gained. That's all superficial. It's those everyday choices that make us who we are. Who are you going to be? My piece of advice to you is to be leaders, be inspiring, be creative, be ambitious, be kind, be you. But always in our hearts, be South. Thank you.
You don't want to forget your award. To think I held her in my arms and she was a baby. I've known her that long. It's now my honor to welcome to the podium one of the most well-liked teachers that also has purple and gold in their veins and has dedicated most of her life to South Plantation. Not only has she served as our Brace advisor for the last decade, but both of her sons graduated from South, as did she and her husband. Please welcome Miss Julia Casper, who will introduce our valedictorian and present her with a commemorative plaque on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of South Plantation High School.
Thank you. Good afternoon. As your college and career advisor, this is the highlight of my career, and I'm a crier. Thank you, Ashley. Not only is this the highlight of Ashley's educational career, but for every single one of you, congratulations. With every letter of recommendation I wrote for Ashley, and there were many, I said the same thing. She is a triple threat, someone excelling in 3 areas. She was gifted in academics, athletics, and volunteerism. She's leaving us with a 5.29 GPA. She took almost every rigorous course South Plantation has to offer. She played volleyball, soccer, and her love, lacrosse. She accumulated 1,538 service hours. She completed 2 internships, one with a plastic surgeon and one with a neurosurgeon. And on top of all that, when I drive through Starbucks, she hands me my cup of coffee out of the window. Ashley holds down a job and sometimes worked 30 hours a week. But I learned something more about Ashley on the college trip we took before COVID. I heard 2 young boys talking about a girl they liked, Ashley. And my ears perked up and I said, "Number 1 in the class, Ashley?" And they said, "Yes." And I guess by the look on my face, one of the young men said, "She's a really good friend to people, Mrs. Casper." And I said, "I'm sure she is. I just didn't know how she handles it all, and dates too." But from one graduate from the South Plantation High School to all of the new alumni, I want to make sure you know, people will always remember how you treat them. So Ashley, could you please stand up before I give you your formal introduction and come over next to me? I know you're going to go on and achieve all of your dreams and your goals at the University of North Carolina in the Honors College, studying pre-med and psychology. You are graduating today with a environmental science magnet diploma. She's the first valedictorian in the Jobs for Florida's graduate program. And one day, I know I will call you Dr. Melvita. But my wish for you, for the rest of your life, is to always hear, "She's a really good friend to people." Congratulations. And to the class of 2021, I present to you your valedictorian, Ashley Melvita. Love you. Good job, honey. I'll leave this here for you. Thank you.
You know, she said she was going to embarrass me. I wasn't expecting that. Ms. Casper, you have truly helped me through so much in high school, and I hope that our friendship continues long after I graduate from college. Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Malvita, and it is an honor to be speaking here today. But I was stalled when I had to write this speech about a reoccurring question. What piece of advice can an 18-year-old give to a group of teenagers just as lost as she is? Well, I grew up believing that I had to follow a set path in order to succeed. As if there was stigma around veering off of it because I would fall behind from my fellow peers. As if there was a strenuous competition. Well, I'm here today to tell you that I've learned that everything I thought I knew about achieving success was wrong. This path is malleable. I get to set the pace because it's mine. Doesn't matter how far ahead your peers are, because none of us are on the same path. My advice as an 18-year-old is to say yes to those last-minute plans. Say yes to that random text message. I stand up here today not only as a representative of this class, but as a voice of this generation. This competition we have created in society between social media and education is toxic. Mental health issues within our generation are more common than ever before. These next few years are meant to be chaotic and confusing, but isn't that what makes it memorable? Stress is inevitable regardless of the college you go to or the field you work in. Don't be afraid to try something new or hang out with a different group of friends if your mental health needs it. Change is bound to happen. People grow apart. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else around you. Stop trying to please everyone else instead of focusing on what makes you happy. My point is, don't lock yourself in a dorm room stressing every day because everyone else wants A's. If you don't give yourself a break from this internalized competition, you will fail. Sometimes, all you need to do is pass. It does not have to be pretty. As Isabella said, be you. I can assure you, standing up here today, you don't have to be number one. There will always be someone smarter, more attractive, someone with more friends, more followers, someone who, in your eyes, is better. But isn't that what this competition is about? Perspective and priorities? I hope that yours, above everything else, is happiness. So, as an 18-year-old, the only piece of advice I can give you is enjoy the moments. Jump off the path every once in a while. And parents, this is a message for you. They did it. We are graduating. Let us enjoy this summer before we leave our friends. Sorry, I don't get emotional. To my peers, whatever you do, wherever you go, make sure you are happy. Don't find yourself in a situation where you have to say, next year won't be like this. No, do not wait for happiness happiness. Go find it, go create it, stop reminiscing in the past. Let these next few years be everything we hoped for and more. And to the staff and teachers and coaches of South Plantation, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to meet these unforgettable people we call our friends. These people I will tell my children about when they are in high school. And to the parents here today and the families at home, thank you for your love and support. This year was not easy for any of us. And to my peers, thank you for these last 4 years. I truly hope the best for all of your futures. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Isabella and Ashley, for the inspiring words. Juliana, Isabella, and Ashley, please now join your class for roll call. Thank you, girls. Please welcome once again our principal, Miss Christine Henschel.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the graduating class have been recognized for outstanding academic achievement and community service. The following cords symbolize this recognition. Students wearing gold and white cords are recognized for achieving highest honors, representing the top 2% of their class. Students wearing gold and maroon cords are recognizing for achieving high honors, representing the top 5% of their class. Students wearing gold cords are recognized for achieving a 3.75 cumulative GPA or higher. And students wearing silver cords are recognized for compiling over 250 hours of community service. The District Attendance Committee has developed criteria for recognizing graduating seniors who have maintained perfect attendance throughout their high school career. That is not an easy thing to accomplish, but fortunately, South Plantation High School has 6 students who have met that requirement. Please join me in congratulating Trulis Lee, Winnie Sue Zhao, Alex Clarador, Zadayan King, Landania Pierre, and Lenny Unisend. Mrs. Rich Levinson, will you join me at the podium? It is my honor to present the South Plantation High School's class of 2021 and certify that they have met all standards of the school board and the state of Florida, and present them to you, our school board member, Ms. Rich Levinson.
Thank you, Ms. Henschel. On behalf of the School Board of Broward County, Florida, I certify that these students have met all the requirements of the school board and the state of Florida for graduation from high school. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the point in our ceremony where we will recognize each member of the class individually. We ask that you continue to help to maintain the dignity of our formal ceremony by holding your applause until the names of all the graduates have been called. Each senior and their family will then be able to hear their name announced as they receive their diploma.
Danielle Alfred. Mauricio Bernal. Almer Palmer. Kayla Rivers. Alejandra Williams. Rodrigo Soriano. Isabella Lopez. Juliana Ottens Rivera. Ashley Malvita. Efrain Aguilar Jr. Alexandra Aguilera. Alexander Aguilera. Ian Alejandro. Xavier Alford. Samari Ali. Jamari Allen. Winnie Suciao. Rafael Alvarez. Sergio Alvarez. Frank Alvarez. Tyler Anderson. Alyssa Anderson Sagarda. Javarian Anthony. Chase Appett. Adrian Armand. Victor Arvello. Casey Ashworth. Jeremiah Augustin. Kelly Arand. Natalie Avery. Kevin Avila Sanchez. Anderson Avila. Dave Badley Jr. David Baldwin. Alyssa Baptiste. Marcella Artola. Marie Baptiste. Norma Bacadano. Karina Barrios Villatora. Mirren Bazil. Gabrielle Beltran Mayenberg. Karen Benavides. Jacob Castilla. Jacobo Castilla. Charlie Gonzalez. Romaine Bernagine Jr. Taylor Bethia. Jenny Lovins. Bradley Bulai. Imani Black. Guillermo Blanco. Eduardo Blendin. Alessandra Blondin. Anaya Boatwright. Haley Bohm. Sasha Bouchereau. Jaden Bromelis. Terrence Bray, Jr. Maria Brennis. Kiana Brighthot. Raven Brinson. Maya Brittingham. Asher Brown. D'Angelo Brown. Nickerson Brown. You can ask him right here. Matthew Bolness. Nick Burdo. Dasani Burton. Ayani Jean-Francois. Brandon Burton. Scotty Camille. Josue Canelis. Sabi Gonzalez. Johanna Cardenas. Gabriel Cardama. Miguel Corrios. Edwin Cardona. Anika Carey. Langston Carter. Adrian Casillas. Tawi Castillo. Isabella Cesario. Kayla Castillon. Honesty Chandler. Aracelis Chiming. Cassandra Sharonfont. Ethan Sanati. Brianna Clark. Alex Clarador. Jaylene Collado. Anisha Pietra Coleman. Joaquin Colon. Yoel Concepcion. Jaden Cone.